So I just left seeing Wakanda Forever, and I'm pissed. I am pissed because if Pushing an Agenda was a movie, this would be in the forefront of that. This was Woman King on steroids. If you think that I'm gonna believe 100-pound black woman soaking wet is just an almighty warrior and can just body dudes like it's no tomorrow, come on.
Alright, so that was Courtney Michelle, who I recognize from the Lapeef channel, and she was actually banned from TikTok after speaking on the Black Panther Wakanda Forever film.
Like, instead of Wakanda, it should have been called Where Are the Men? Because they was not there, they were not present, and the ones that was there was weak. But all the women that was in the movie was just brolic, built, strong Hercules. What is this saying to us? Perpetuating the idea of the strong black woman and a subservient black effeminate man. I just think it's disgusting. I'm completely upset by the movie. And man, if this Kyrie Irving didn't teach me anything, it's when you put your life career in the hands of other people that don't look like you, then they can make you do whatever they want you to do. And this movie does not represent what African culture is. It doesn't represent what our culture needs to be. So, nah, I'm good on Wakanda. Where all the men.
Alright, so before the movie came out, when it was just rumors about the Black Panther being a woman, I actually didn't have a problem with it. But my opinion started to sway a little bit as I started seeing how many felt about T'Challa being recasted. You know, I began to support the idea mainly for the character because I began to understand what the T'Challa character meant for those who were fans. Now, due to the circumstances of Chadwick Boseman, I still don't really have an issue with Black Panther being a woman because I imagine whatever direction they chose wouldn't have been an easy choice. But I can only get behind that choice as long as it's not a detriment to the image of black men in yet another film. But I want to focus on her actually being banned for speaking her mind. Now, I believe at this point she was unbanned, but her being banned is yet another example of how critiques can be made about men and not the other way around. Like, this makes me think of when that movie King Richard came out and you had people going in on that film because it was about the father and not the Williams sisters.
I know zero about the film, but I still can't believe someone looked at the Williams sisters, whose accomplishments, power, magnificence can't even be put into words, and said, what's interesting here isn't these women, but this dude, their dad.
So at the time, there was a lot of people that came into the defense of the direction of the King Richard movie, but I can't imagine that it was ever a consideration to ban those people for their critiques on that film. And I know Twitter and TikTok are two different platforms, but I wonder if Courtney's criticism was directed at men in the same fashion, would she have been banned? And I don't have an opinion on anyone's actual opinion. And even with Courtney Michelle, though I agree with a lot of the points she was making, you know, I haven't seen the Black Panther film yet, so some of the things she was saying I wouldn't know. But what she said sounded reasonable, and it wasn't like she was talking crazy, and yet she was still banned for it. And I don't have an issue with those criticizing the King Richard film. My point is that people should be able to voice their opinions, especially when they're reasonable. You know, there's always this talk about progression, but we keep seeing it's not the case if a certain side is at the receiving end of what's being critiqued without it being labeled as extremism or whatever. So yeah, anyways, that's it for now. If you can, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm out.